Oh my god, look, it's Clark again. The whole reason we got here is because I feel like banana bread is such a quintessential part of everyone's life. Like, if you've never had banana bread, I feel like there's something going on. Because what else is the use for a bunch of overripe bananas? Now, there are a lot of uses for overripe bananas, but I think most of us just default to I'm going to make banana bread, which is great. Personally, banana bread doesn't speak to me like that. Because here's the thing, I'm also not a huge fan of cake, and I feel like banana bread is somewhere between a cake and a bread. To me, bread needs to be dry. Like, you can have moist, soft, fluffy bread, yes, but I think objectively bread is better with something on it like oil or butter or something, right? And banana bread is great with butter on it too. But I don't know, there's just something to me about the texture of that. I'm struggling with this with my wedding too, that I don't really love cake because I just constantly find cake to be dry. And good cake that is moist usually doesn't come in the form of like a giant tiered wedding cake. And so, like always, I will find a solution. And so today, the solution for this banana bread situation is cookies. I love cookies. I am a cookie girl. I think the preference of dessert for me is brownies, then cookies, then cake. I like pie. Pie's up there too. Maybe it goes, I think it goes brownies, cookies, pie, cake. Anyways, these cookies are going to fill the gap. They're going to give us a whole new way to enjoy this, and I think you should definitely give them a try. Every part of me just wants to start this video out with this being like, banana!
Banana! Banana!
But that wouldn't be really cutesy hot girl of me, would it? No, it would not. What chocolate chips do we want to use? There's so many options, Clark. Something you should know about me is I never just settle on one type of chocolate because there's so many different variations. Like, there's a little bit of dark left here. This is a replacement of that. But look, these are semi-sweet chips, and these are sweet. These are semi-sweet chunks. Chips and chunks are not the same. They're both fruit, but they're not the same. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you see the vision. Brown sugar, regular sugar. What else we need? Butter? Butter? Do we need oil? What else do we need? Eggs? I need to see my recipe. I need flour. What do I want to heat the oven to? Preheat your oven to 350. Okay, before we ever even get started, the one thing you need to know about me is I am really terrible at recipe development. Every recipe that I share with you all is like a cracked out process of me trying things over and over and over again. And literally, no matter how much I try, no matter how much I make recipes out of books or other things, I feel like it never comes out the same way. And that's why I feel like my recipes are very obtuse, right? And I feel like if you're here and you understand that, you're okay with the fact that my recipes are like that. But you can't be obtuse when it comes to baking. So you kind of need to be exact, but I'm just going to go in with the premise that this will probably not come out the same way every single time, okay? And we're just going to accept that that's okay. Because the idea behind this is if you've ever had like an almond mom, which I definitely do, but if you, not a very extreme one, but there have always been like these times where everyone gets on like a low calorie, low sugar, low fat moment, and sometimes there genuinely are good substitutes for certain ingredients for others because they have similar like chemical structure. They add same moisture and other things to a recipe while taking out something that's bad for you. It's another great way to do like an allergen removal as well. So if you have someone that's allergic to eggs, or you're trying to do a dairy substitute, that's another reason why you might swap some things. But in a lot of recipes, bananas are a swap option for eggs. Does that always happen? Well, no. It's like when you try to make brownies and you swap the oil for applesauce. That's crackhead energy. Applesauce has sugar in it. I don't know why you're trying to make it low sugar. Unless you put in that applesauce that's just mushed up apples, they still have sugar in them from their natural sugar. You do you, but I just think you're wasting your time. Enjoy the finer things in life. Did you see me just accidentally turn on my blender? Tell me you didn't see that. But the premise of this is going to be just like any other cookie. You're going to have dry ingredients, wet ingredients. We'll mix them together. I like to make mine in the stand mixer because stand mixer privilege. I lived without one for like 10 years and I like using it because I was blessed with one. And I got a new spatula and I want to use it. This is the one with the little scrapey edge. I haven't used it yet, and I don't know how it will go with my wooden bowl. Obviously, the wooden bowl is beautiful, and we really need to like use her the most when we're trying to be aesthetic because I'm just the most aesthetic girl ever. But I did get a metal bowl as well now, but I just, okay? So I'm going to show you how to make these, but it's super easy, and I'm telling you, they taste just like banana bread, but with the texture of a cookie. So let's do it. Now you may be wondering, why just egg yolks? Well, remember in the beginning when I said that bananas are typically an egg substitute? You can use them like egg whites almost. You can also use like an aquafaba substitute, but we want banana flavor. So in order to offset what was already in a standard cookie recipe, we just added the yolks, and then the banana acts as the egg white. Now that we have the wet ingredients all mixed up, we're going to put this on a low speed on the stand mixer, or you can mix it by hand, but we want to make sure everything is nice and incorporated and no chunks of banana left. cinnamon. I just broke my microphone, so stick with me here with this audio. I apologize. But if you've seen any of my Instagram stories before, you know I love to make freezer cookies, and I'll make a bunch of cookies ahead of time and ball the dough and put it in the freezer. This is not one of those recipes. Because the bananas have already ripened, if we were to freeze them, I worry what this would do to the texture of this cookie, as well as getting them out of the freezer, because most freezer cookies you can cook from frozen. This, I'm not so sure how it would go, so don't put these in the freezer for now. You can do what you want with your life, but that's my warning. And that's it. Banana bread flavor, cookie texture, no identity crisis. And if you've ever felt the same way about banana bread that I do, I think these might convert you. The full step-by-step recipe with exact measurements is up on my Substack, Clark's Tables. Links in the description if you want to save it for later. And if you try these, or if you've got a banana bread opinion of your own, I want to hear it in the comments. And if you're new here, hit subscribe. There is always something new for you at this table. Thank you as always for joining me at the table this week, and hopefully I will see you at the table again soon. Bye!